Welcome to The Wrap. I'm Oliver Rennick. Markets surged into the weekend, extending a rally that began with a cool inflation print. The S&P 500 posted its best week since early November. The index gained 2.9% over the last 5 days, with the Nasdaq adding on 2.8%. The Dow Jones surged by 300 points Friday and notched a 3.7% gain this week. Meanwhile, the Russell 2000 outperformed the group despite a Friday fade with a nearly 4% advance. All 11 sectors of the S&P 500 rose in the week, with more than 6% gains for materials, energy, and financials. Speaking of banks, earnings played a big role in the market's strength. JP Morgan Chase and Goldman Sachs reached all-time highs as profits surged in their fourth quarter earnings reports. JP Morgan boasted an 11% rise in quarterly revenue to just under $43 billion, while Goldman saw a 23% jump to almost $13.9 billion. However, in a tone of caution, JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon did say inflation, quote, may persist for some time. Chip makers also were important. Taiwan Semi gave earnings and reported a beat with a 57% rise in net profit for its December quarter. The company projected AI revenue would double in 2025, which lifted names like Nvidia and Broadcom. Meanwhile, Bloomberg reported that Intel is in early discussions with Global Foundries about a possible tie-up. Both stocks liked it. Qualcomm reportedly considered a takeover in 2024, but officials believe Global Foundries a more, quote, compelling partner for an Intel deal. And it was a volatile trading week for quantum stocks. A week after NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang and Meta's Mark Zuckerberg said the technology was decades away, Microsoft's Quantum Ready initiative gave a boost to the group. Companies like D-Wave, IonQ, and Rigetti Computing soared by as much as 20 to 30% before fading on Friday. And finally, one more story. Rumors swirl that Elon Musk was linked to a possible TikTok acquisition, but the company said otherwise. Tesla shares gained 8% this week. TikTok's social media competitor Snap somehow took a turn lower. Friday, the Supreme Court upheld the TikTok ban, and by law, U.S. users could lose access on Sunday. However, incoming President Trump has suggested that talks are ongoing with Chinese officials about a possible solution. Somehow, Snapchat's parent company continued to decline with a 13% loss on the week. Markets are closed Monday for Martin Luther King Day, which also happens to be the inauguration of President Trump for his second term. Not a whole lot until Friday's existing home sales when it comes to economic data and consumer sentiment numbers, which should be interesting. However, it will be a busy earnings week with Netflix, Procter & Gamble, United, and American Airlines all on deck. That'll do it for The Wrap. I'm Oliver Rennick. A reminder, Morning Movers with Diane King Hall debuts Tuesday at 8 a.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. For all your market news, remember to tune in 24/7 to schwabnetwork.com.